Yama. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Bagley is out there with Wells, and it's Jackson in at the 5 spot. Now here's Wells. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 3 from LeBron. Rebounded by Jackson. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Here's Harden. That one's in, his first shot this game.
A master at working through contact. Sometimes it seems Harden prefers getting physical on the way out.
Outside Jackson. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Wells passes to Morant. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off the shot here. Jackson misses. Here's Chicago. Here's Rose. And Rose throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And so it's Memphis with it. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Wells wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Antetokounmpo finds Harden. And Bane pulls it down. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Morant passes to Bane. Jackson a screen on Harden. And Bane launches it from deep. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Rose. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Rose has got his second basket of the game. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 3. Morant kicks to Bagley. Outside, Bane. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Memphis with the ball. Morant outside. Pass to Wells. Jackson a screen on Harden. Morant kicks to Wells. There's the triple. And it's Morant missing. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Chicago up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Chicago. So for Chicago right now, LeBron James is out there with Edwards. Then there's Irving. Then it's Ball. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Edwards, that's good.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Now here's Rose. Outside, Bane. There's a screen by Aldama. Bane, no good. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
And so it's Memphis with it. Rose scanning the floor. Pass to Aldama. Irving against Bain. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Santi Aldama. Wells comes in for Bain. And it's Morant in for Derrick Rose. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Antetokounmpo's checked in for LeBron. Johnson comes in for Edwards. James Harden, he's checked in for Irving. And it's Rose in for Ball.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing on the board. Wells sets the pick for Morant. And he's good on the three ball.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Wells. Williams kicks to Jackson from 12 feet out. Wells with it. This one for three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giannis has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Rose. Here's Bitadze. And here's Harden for three. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago. Rose against Morant. Harden grabs the miss. With one on the clock, and so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Kind of like what Rose has done in this one so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Marvin Bagley is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Just an absolute master at creating separation. That is a nice move by Harden to free himself up.
Pass to Bain. Jackson, a screen on Harden. Traps in the tray. Bain's got 8 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
Here's Wembanyama. No scoring in this one, and the 3-ball is good.
A staple of Harden's attack. His three-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Now Bagley. Outside, Bane. To the inside. Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got his second basket.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
There's Morant. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Pass to Bane. 1:04 left to play in the third. And here is Wells. Edwards defending. Shot clock at 3. Bagley with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good. Chicago leading by 10. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Robinson dishes to Irving. 36 seconds left in the third.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jackson, great pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Memphis. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Memphis shooting their first foul shot of the game. Memphis trails by 7.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Bagley kicks to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Chicago, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A look at the field. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for Chicago right now, we've got Derrick Rose. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's LeBron James, and it's Harden in at the 2 guard. Rose in the post, guarded by Morant. Outside, Antetokounmpo. With the floater, and the basket by Rose.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Memphis trails by 7. We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Ball's checked in for Chicago. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our Terrific reporter David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David. Bane passes to Wells. Morant outside. For three. A shot by Wells, no good. Ball kicks to Rose. Shoots over Morant. Bane with the steal. Driving in. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Rose. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Up top, Bane. He's covered by Rose. Bane against Rose. Shot clock at 6. The Grizzlies with another miss. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Rose against Bane. Outside, Bagley. Jackson finds Bane. There's the lob to Jackson. Hammers the alley-oop through. Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 9. James Harden, he's checked in for ball. And Chicago has possession. Harden inside the three-point line. Here's Rose. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
Look, everybody always wants to compliment LeBron James on the glass. Well, he should be. He's huge, but he knows how to use that body effectively.
And a wide-open look for Bane. Drills the three-pointer. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rose. Wells grabs the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,